All right, well, really don't have much of an agenda today for today's video. Just had a couple errands to run and I figured I'd do it on my e-bike. Gotta go deposit some money in the bank, do some Black Friday shopping. My wife forgot her phone at home, so I'm gonna ride it over to her, drop that off, and then head back. So not much of an exciting day, but I figured it's a good chance to get out and go try out my new GPS Bluetooth remote start-stop thing. So when I put my camera in weird, interesting areas that I can't reach, I can strap this thing on my handlebars and press the start, stop, record button from here, or I could wear it as a wristwatch. Comes with another band. Oh, let's just go check it out. See how this thing works. So, now I got the camera mounted in a new spot back there. Way too far away for me to touch. But with this cool Bluetooth thing on the handlebars, I can start it. That's pretty neat. All right. Well, I forgot to put my mirrors back on after I took it on my trail ride for today's ride, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm missing them. I keep looking over my shoulder. This seems like a good place to put your baby, whatever that's called, baby something or other. I'm definitely gonna put these mirrors back on as soon as I get back home. This bike ride is going to end up being a little bit more of a review of this GPS Bluetooth remote start-stop device for the Osmo 4 camera. I just discovered a feature on this thing. You can let your camera go ahead and die, or power off, not die, power down. And then you can wake it up by hitting the record button, and it wakes up pretty quick. And then when you're done recording, it goes back into sleep mode, power down mode. So instead of having to worry about keeping the camera on the whole time you're riding and not recording, so you don't have to power down, power up, this thing will just wake it up real quick and go back. That's pretty convenient. Now we're gonna head up over here, up over the 118. This is where I usually crank up the speed to max and kind of get through this quick. There's a shoulder here, but I don't love being up on this bridge with all these cars, so try to get through here quick. And right on the other side of this bridge, I'll go down into the dry riverbed, Santa Clara River. And we'll follow this little river path down here, down into the Oxnard collection where my wife works, and I'll give her her phone. Until just very recently, this was a little homeless encampment. You can see they're pretty much cleared it all out now. Right off the 118 and Vineyard. Spot you can cut down into. You're not supposed to ride your motorcycles down here, but people do it all the time. I do see the police down here hassling people from time to time, but I don't know how big of a deal it is. Then you come up to this nice path, and instead of going on the streets all the way down to the collection, you can take this path. We don't need to be all the way up in pedal assist 5 for this. You can, it's kind of fun. And there's a runway up here. There's a little tiny airport, little miniature airport for remote control airplanes up here to the right. Nice little path. All right, so I dropped down off of the main fire road up there. And here is the remote control airport. I don't know how this camera footage is going to turn out. To me, right now, what I'm seeing is it looks pretty shaky. We're putting it to the test, that camera stability here. They got a fire extinguisher out here in the middle. Somebody playing around with that. I could cut off this trail right here. There's a couple of bars missing down here. I can go underneath of there to get out, but I want to go underneath of this bridge just because it's kind of fun. It's a tight squeeze, especially on this giant bike. The C-Cells sits up really high, so it's kind of fun to go through here. Whew, that is a tight fit. No. Whew. Okay. Mission accomplished. Phone has been dropped off. Time to head on back home. This is where all the most talented artists of Ventura come to practice their artwork. You have to come. I have noticed more than once with this Bluetooth wireless start-stop thing. I don't know what to call it. The thing, the Bluetooth start-stop thing. There's been quite a few times where you have to hit it like 2-3 times. You really have to be very deliberate with the button to get it to record. I push it and then it doesn't start recording. You look down and you're like, oh shoot, it's not recording. So you have to push it a couple of times sometimes. It seems like maybe you have to push it once maybe to wake it up, and then another time to get it to start, potentially after you haven't been using it for a little while. Anyway, I'm starting to figure this thing out. It's pretty cool. Got the camera mounted in kind of a dangerous place. Hopefully I don't hit a rock or anything, mess up my camera. That's the other good benefit about this Osmo Action 4 versus the Insta360. God forbid I do pop a rock up and hit the lens and scratch the lens. I'm not done for. You know, I can just, the lenses are easily replaceable. They're not that expensive. You just twist it off, twist it back on, new lens. The Insta360, on the other hand, completely different story. You scratch the lens on that, and you're sending that thing in for repair, and it's quite expensive to get the lens replaced, and it sticks out so far from the camera. It's like a glass eye, and it just lends itself to being scratched. Anyway. Hey.